welcome back to my channel. Alpha Drive One is back with OMG. I'm so curious to see what this is going to be about. It feels like it's been a little while since we've had a song from Alpha Drive One, so I'm really excited. Let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, I look good, like, starting with news.
강풍과 번개 역시 언제든 동반될 수 있겠고요. 날씨가 순식간에 바뀌는 만큼 외출시 각별한 대비가 필요할 것으로.
No school, come out. Oh, lightning. Ooh. Oh my gosh, happening so quick. Ooh. Ooh, that was a cool transition. Ooh, I like that little pause, sort of. Instrumental. Fade. That was really cute. Oh my gosh, these transitions are great. Ooh, in the background? That was cool. Okay, pre-chorus. Ooh.
Oh my god, 느낌표가 떠는 머리 위로. Oh my god, 뭐든 될 것 같은 느낌이 와. Oh my god, 종일 뒤떠 있어 왜 이래. On and on, 오락가락 call me okay. I'm talking OMG, OMG, OMG. 빙글빙글 돌아가는 7 days a week. I'm talking OMG, OMG, OMG. 빙글빙글 돌아가는 7 days a week.
Ooh, okay. Okay, no, I didn't know school tomorrow. Is that going to be the name of the album? Curious, curious, curious. This was so much fun. I really love how I feel like with Alpha Drive One, they have such a wide variety of music. From their pre-debut songs that I listened to the debut song to now, I just feel like they have a pretty consistent sound, but it's the way, like the concepts and the manner of the genre like that they do. It's really, really interesting. I feel like it's a very wide variety, which I actually really think is great, especially for, you know, a group that's so young like Alpha Drive One. You know, they haven't been out that long. I'm trying to remember like when they debuted, but it really hasn't been that long. So the fact that they have like such this array of genres, while being very identifiable, like as a group, they have that group sound, I think is a really, really great testament to them. I always love music videos that start off with the news. Like they have some sort of like interesting concept to go with that. And I really love too how the members were the news anchors. I thought that was really cute. So it like really tied everything in. But I think that having the weather like that was such a smart idea, because you could really play around with everything as far as, you know, school being out and like all those aspects, the weather suddenly coming in and out. I really love the one part of the MV where the members were like dancing, and one side of the screen, on the other one it's like slow motion, like the water is getting up. That was so funny, but it was interesting at the same time, so I really like that. As far as like the music goes, form I've noticed has been like something that keeps coming up in all of the songs that I've been talking about recently, because they've not been including a bridge. And I find that really interesting because, you know, it's more of just like a verse chorus idea. And in here there was a pre-chorus, which I thought was a good change in that. So it did kind of feel like a bridge to an extent, but there really wasn't one. And I think it was interesting too, we had like the news introduction and then we had kind of a chorus, but it wasn't like a complete chorus going into that. I really loved in the first verse, just the way, and though I was listening to the instrumental, the electronic parts came through. And I thought that was interesting. Like we had the transition with the earbud with the electric, and you could hear that in the background. I thought it was interesting how they like pulled those electronic parts out there and just like how they separated all of it. It was really interesting, like instrumentally. And the pre-chorus, ooh, really enjoyed that. Kind of like an instrumental fade out. There was much less going on. And then we kind of had like this pause before going into the chorus. And something that I really loved about the chorus is how it repeated and used OMG to its advantage to get in your head. And one of the parts was the rhythmic separation. So at the beginning going, OMG, oh my G, like, oh my God, da, da, da. Like separating the OMG and then going quickly with it. Really smart, because then you get a lot of, like, it's easy to remember. You can use like OMG is what they did, and then you could do oh my God. They also did what was it, gone. I didn't write it down, but it sounded similar to the on. That was what it was. So it like matched with that first syllable. I think that was a really smart thing to do, because then it just made it like recognizable right away, which I really enjoyed. In verse 2, what I really loved again is it kind of pulled away from the instrumental of what happened in the chorus. It had those funky electronic parts in the background. They must be a synthesizer or a preset or something. I was trying to like kind of figure out if it was like a separate instrumentation or something like that, but it really just feels like some sort of electronic beat in the background. But there were a couple of different ones going on at the same time. And then the pre-chorus, I noticed this second time of how it picks everything up. It makes everything seem like it's going faster, and then it just like in the chorus just pulls it forward. And then I noticed in the chorus the second time is it kind of almost has this call and response kind of thing. So it has the OMG part, and then in between it has like a little response to that. So like OMG exclamation marks above my head, and then OMG again, feels like anything could happen. And then I think on why am I buzzing all day long, like just kind of having this almost call and response kind of feeling to it. And then like I thought this was really fun, just like a performance aspect. I can't wait to see like the choreography in its full effect, because I think they did some of the choreography, but it wasn't like, you know, you didn't get the whole effect with the whole group the whole time. So I'm really looking forward to that aspect, but I'm curious what you guys thought about this. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part of the song or MV? I really loved all the transitions in this. I just thought they were so like fun, especially the earbud one. I thought that was really clever the way they did that. And like I said, the side by side, probably my favorite part. So tell me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
See you want me, and I alive, and I'm just